Hello and welcome back to Wisdom Wednesday with Johnny Tiger. 你好，欢迎回来。The date is August 11, 2021, and I'm not going to repeat that in Mandarin either. Yeah, I only do that for Music Monday. I don't do that for Wisdom Wednesday. Imagine if I have to do Wisdom Wednesday and Soul Search Sunday, part in Mandarin, part in English. That would totally kill the flow of the narrative. Anyway, beautiful day outside. It's actually a little bit hot, and me and my girlfriend both hiding behind the camera. The camera is looking out at the backyard. I don't know what kind of view you guys are getting out there, but uh, and kitten is eating a banana. I can smell it. Oh, anyway, today we are going to be talking about karaoke. Yeah, I mean you can't get any more Asian than karaoke. By the way, it didn't start in China. Um, I would like to claim that everything in the world was invented by Chinese people, but no, karaoke was not invented by Chinese people. Karaoke is one of those things that actually did come out of Japan. A Japanese guy invented karaoke, and that Japanese guy happened to have two words in his name that exactly the same as the two words in my Chinese name. His name is Da You. Basically, that's my Chinese name as well. Uh, so anyway, the guy has since been listed as one of the top 20 most influential people ever came out of Asia one of the top 20 most influential people in Asian history, just for inventing the karaoke machine, the first ever karaoke machine. That may sound ridiculous, but when if you have ever visited China or Hong Kong or Taiwan, you would know that how big of a deal that actually was because karaoke is everywhere. It's such a big part of my culture, which is why we're talking about it today. Because when it comes to karaoke, there's usually a little bit of a culture shock. Like when an Asian person say karaoke, he or she usually doesn't mean the kind of karaoke that North American or British people mean when they say karaoke. We can do an experiment right here on the podcast or on the show. Uh, Babe, if I ask you what is karaoke, how would you describe it?
Probably where a person gets to sing a song of their choice and the words are displayed on a screen and the music is played in front of other people.
Yeah, exactly. That is the kind of karaoke that here in Canada, here in the in US, in the rest of anywhere outside Asia, when you mention karaoke, that's the first thing that comes to mind. Big room, people, a lot of people, a lot of drunk people, people dancing, drinking, talking, very noisy, and then there's a stage, and then you go up, there's a DJ, and you tell the DJ what song you want to do, and the DJ will call the song name, and then the person who ordered the song, and then you go up and sing in front of a whole room of people. That's the conventional karaoke outside Asia. However, like I said, there is a big cultural shock when it comes to uh, when you say karaoke to a Chinese person because if you have a Chinese friend visiting from out of town, like if this person just came from Taiwan or China, as I say, oh man, I really would like to go and do some karaoke, and you take them to a place like that, you would suddenly notice that they become very uncomfortable. They are not going to go up there and sing. They're not going to, and you're going to say, I thought you wanted to do karaoke, and that person is going to say in a very awkward manner, yeah, I wasn't thinking about something like this. Because To most Chinese people, Taiwanese people, Cantonese people, Japanese people, the kind of karaoke is what you see on Asian movies, where you and a couple of your good friends rent a room, a soundproof room. Well, I mean, some of these rooms are so cheap. You don't know if they're really soundproof or not. Some of them definitely not, because I have been to karaoke places where you can clearly hearing the goings on in the next room or the room after that, which can lead to some embarrassing situation. But anyway, so most of the Chinese people, when they say karaoke, they're thinking about something like that. You go to a place that have a lot of little room, like almost like a motel, and then you rent a room, you pay by the hour, and you and your friends go in there. In that room, there's a table, a coffee table, and a circular sofa that can sit as 5 to 6 people, and then a relatively large screen in one corner with a karaoke machine and two microphones. And there's a song book with a number, like every song has a designated code, a number, and then you order your song. You type it into the karaoke machine, it crank up the volume on the speaker, and then you stay in there for the amount of hour you purchased with your friend, and you're free to sing, and if you want to order food, you can eat in there, or you can drink, or you can, actually nowadays, a lot of people just go in there and enjoy the air conditioning and to use the Wi-Fi to play games on their phone. It's for some of you that don't want to spend the time get a motel, or you don't know where to take your date. It's a great place to take dates to. You can have the room all to yourself, uh, and be in your own world for the next hour or so, or however. If you want to pay for 6 hours, that's fine too. And for the most part, especially during the daytime, these karaoke places are extremely cheap. And I remember when I was in high school, I used to go to these places all the time. And some places we could get a room rental for six, and then you can get 4 hours during the daytime, 4 hours, or two to six in the afternoon for a measly sum of $25. $25. Six of you can go in there and just sing as much as you want and just enjoy yourself. It was pretty cool. Now, of course, there are expensive ones too. Some of these places get pretty high end with much better furnishing and much better uh, decoration in the rooms and better food. And some places even have uh, karaoke girls. When I say karaoke girls, I don't necessarily mean prostitute. These girls, um, being sleeping with you is not really in their job description, although a lot of them will do that if you agree to pay them extra. But karaoke girls, what they do is they come into your room. Let's say you have three guys, you come in and you just run out of things to talk about among yourself. You want to have a pretty face in there to drink with you, sing with you, and to pretend that she's really amazed by your performance. You can pay for one of these karaoke girls, and she'll just come in there and sit with you guys and talk and drink, and whatever happened between you and her after that is your private business. Uh, it's not the responsibility of the organization or the establishment. Now that is the kind of karaoke Chinese people are talking about when we mention karaoke. Most of the time, you take these Chinese people to one of those karaoke bar where they have to sing in front of 50, 60 people. They will freeze up. They won't be able to do it. Th that is not what they are used to. Um, Now, when you come to the kind of people that go to this kind of karaoke, the enclosed karaoke, we just call it enclosed private karaoke, um, there are a few interesting stereotypes of people that come to these places. Uh, and while there are definitely more than I'm going to mention today, it is kind of interesting to look at each individual type. And if you've been to these places, you can ask yourself, what type are you? Uh, Type one is the karaoke pros. These people that are like totally at home, it's almost like they own the karaoke. They sit down, they take the songbook, they know which song they want, which page it's on, by whom, and they 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 just go through the pages, uh, typing, punching in the song number one after another. Before you even sit down and finish putting down your jacket, they already got six songs lined up and they're ready to sing. These people they are usually the most uh, resembling a host. That while they're singing, they will take care of their friends. So, hey, hey, you guys want to drink? Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, just to make yourself at home. What song do you like? I heard you sing this song before. Hotel California. Yeah, get him Hotel California. He's really good at that song. Like, while they're taking care of their own stuff, they're trying to take care of everybody in there. Having one of these people on your team when you go to these private or enclosed karaoke, it's a lot of fun because they clearly know what they want and they're going to try to make sure everybody else have a good time. The second type is the harmonizer, and my beautiful lady here falls in that category. The harmonizers, they generally speaking, they don't want a song for themselves. Generally speaking, they'll just sit there. Oh, you guys have fun. Go ahead. Or if I think of something, I'll order it. And then every time a song come up that they know, they'll go, "Oh, I know this song as well." That's what this one says. And then they'll either grab the secondary microphone and start joining you as a song, or they'll just sit there and sing like the audience at a concert, even without a microphone, and they can have a good time even doing that. So the harmonizers is a second type. The harmonizers, the followers, they don't really care to sing for themselves. They care to join and sing along with other people. The third type of people that we get in a karaoke uh, is the kind of people that just want to be unique and they're a little bit standoffish. They are what we would like to say they are the killjoys because they make things a little bit awkward. They're going to ask, do they have blah 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 from Elvis Presley? Dude, you just came to Chinese karaoke place. You're looking for Elvis Presley. Or they're going to go into English karaoke place and they say, oh, do they have blah 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 song by this Japanese artist? Dude, seriously, are you here to sing or are you just here to make people uncomfortable? Like, and they're going to order songs that no one ever heard of before and just be all around a little bit of a stick in the mud because they can't find what they want. Type number four, the clowns, the people who they're not there to sing. They're there to uh, crack jokes. They're there to they know a little bit of every song. They know a little bit of every song, but they don't know the whole song on their own. So a little bit like the harmonizers, they'll wait for people to order songs, and then when the song starts, hey, 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 let me sing this part, let me sing this part, and they'll just sing the most high-pitched part, the most funny part, and then they'll hand the microphone back. Okay, okay, you can do it. These guys, they just want to do that momentary. They want to do a little bit of every song, and they just want to uh, sort of uh, be comedians and be a little bit clownish. You know, they want to clown around and make people laugh. Uh, Type number five, and this is actually me, surprisingly enough. Well, this is me now. Back then, no. Type number five is people who are the listeners. They don't really want to sing. They don't really want to sing. You think they're sitting there being bored? They're actually having a great time. They just like to hear people sing. They don't need to sing themselves. They don't want to do it. Like they just content sitting there talking, listening, clapping, cheering for you. Uh, that's me. And there's a reason why I become like that because and I I think I explained this to you before, babe. That's when someone like myself, after performing on the stage in a professional capacity, singing, doing karaoke just become a little bit of it's like I'm doing work without getting paid
Yeah.
because I can't let it go. I can't let myself go and fool around and clown around. I when I pick up that microphone, I'm trying to be as professional as I can, and so it's a little bit stressful, and I'm trying to be the best I can, and I'm not getting paid. So I'm perfectly happy, just like standing there and or sitting there and listening to other people sing and having a good time. Now, if you get a few beer into me, or if you just like if I'm with the right crowd, then I will sometimes give it a go. But uh, funny thing is, if you take me to a public karaoke, like a karaoke bar or a place where I'm actually singing in front of a lot of people, I will do it because I'm used to performing. I'm used to performing in front of a lot of people. So for me, at least, even though I'm not getting paid, I might get a lot of free drinks out of it because a lot of people like my singing enough to do that. Uh, but if you get me in one of those private karaoke rooms where it's just four or five of us, and every one of you know me, every one of you heard me sing, and I don't really feel the need or the point of me singing because you heard me sing, you know where to get my song, and I just want to sit there and let you guys have fun. And that's a kind of karaoke companion I am. It's the listener. Um, and then of course there are people who go to these places just for the beer. They just go there to drink. They don't really want to sing. They go there, eat, drink, and they sit down. They start drinking. They don't even bother talking or clapping or whatever. They just go there for the drink. How about people who want to do karaoke and don't have the money for these to rent these rooms? Nowadays, very easy. You can actually download apps and stuff like that on your phone, and you can do that. There's a lot of karaoke app on the phone, and or if you are truly into singing, like my beautiful lady over here, she can do karaoke in the shower, and she's perfectly happy doing that. And so if you want to sing, don't limit yourself to having to do a karaoke or whatever. You can sing anywhere you want. However, when I was growing up, this is a little side note, just a little funny technique I'll share with you guys. Sometimes we have people who didn't have the money to pay for the room to sing in. So what they would do is they would go in there and they would knock on uh, the door of a room that they know is occupied. They go in there and they say, "Hey, sorry, but me and my friend we were playing poker and we were betting, and unfortunately I lost, and we were betting the person who lose had to go into the next room and sing in front of strangers." And a lot of people they're okay with that. Well, a lot of people come to karaoke to have fun. So well, okay, well, come in. What song do you want to sing? And then this person would sing a song, and then he okay, thank you so much. And then he'd leave, and he'd go to the next room, knock on the next room door, repeat the same story. So he's going from room to room, using that story, and allow him to still uh, get the song that he wants to sing. He can get the microphone and sing, and still have some fun that way. Um, an interesting little trivia is the very once upon a time there was a very popular Chinese singer called Dave Wong, which I shared on the Johnny Tiger Experience podcast before, which is the best podcast in the world. If you have not checked it out, go to any podcast app or the Amazon Alexa, and you can find it. Um, Probably going to trigger her now, but anyway, um, Dave Wong lived in Canada in isolation, in self-imposed exile for over 10 years when things went wrong for him in Hong Kong and Taiwan. I won't go into all the details of what happened to him that forced him to come to Canada. But anyway, he came to Canada, and one of the karaoke places, private karaoke places, I used to go to in high school. Apparently, every day when they closed, they would close at 11:30 at night. By midnight, they would open the door for Dave Wong, and he would go in there and rent a room, and he would sing just himself in the room, and he would practice his singing in there for the next 2 hours. That's how he was able to keep his singing from being rusty and stuff like that. My aunt, who is almost 65 years old, my aunt Mei Ling. Yeah, I know it's stereotypical Chinese name, but bite me. That's actually her name. My aunt Mei Ling. She liked to do that too. Every Wednesday, she would, after she dropped her grandson off at school, she would go and rent a karaoke room just for herself, and she would spend the next 3 hours in there, just her and microphone and the karaoke machine, and she can have a good old time all by herself. So anyway, I know this is not as the ancient or loaded with ancient stories and stuff like that like before, but I thought because karaoke is such a big part of Chinese culture, and this will be an interesting thing to talk about. Hopefully, this has been entertaining, if not educational. I'll see you guys again tomorrow on Toy Thursday. For now, 再见。